I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
Welcome to the 34 Motorsports Product Showcase. We're proud to offer the full line of Simpson Racing safety products. The Shark Speedway is a perfect brain bucket to keep your melon as safe as possible. We carry every model and size of Hans device, and these have saved countless lives. The Hybrid Pro Lite is an alternative to the Hans device and is just as effective. The DNA 3-layer suit offers maximum protection when things get hot. And hey dude, those comfy shoes won't help one bit when things go south. Keep those hands ready to work with a pair of Vortex FIA gloves meeting every current standard. From 5 to 7 points, we carry every one of the Simpson harnesses, keeping your rear end right where it should be. Keep all your gear clean and together with the helmet and FHR bag, and always be ready to hop in a race car. Visit 34motorsports.com and order today. Invasive species are one of the biggest issues facing our natural resources and the environment today. Think of things like Dutch elm disease, the spotted lanternfly, and cats. Perhaps the most dangerous of these is the Homo caput stercoris, commonly referred to as the front plater. An invasive species coming from New York, New Jersey, and anywhere else that has a license plate on the front of their car. The biggest threat from this pest is the spread of excrement. These savages cause harm to many native species and have even spawned an entirely new one, the Beltsville lake monster. Here at the DeWeather Institute for Climate Knowledge, we have a dedicated group of volunteers working tirelessly to clean up the mess. The team of emergency responders for dispersion and skimming, or the turds. But the job is just too big, and we can't do it without your help. So be a hero, be a turd. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another night of iRacing coverage here on the National Racing Network. My name is Chris Graham. It is a pleasure to have you hanging out with us here for the Indy Pro 2000 Championship off to the streets of Long Beach. So much drama in the LBC. James Watson, what do you think we're going to see here tonight, bud? Only one split, 24 cars. This could be everything from interesting to a downright dumpster fire.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards dumpster fire. Like we're not used to not having splits lately. We've been getting a lot of big fields, but not so this time around. So that coupled with the fact that Long Beach just kind of tends to be a disaster more often than not, I'm kind of thinking we get that. Of course, now that I say this, we're probably going to get absolutely no contact anywhere, and it's going to be completely up to chalk. That happens a lot.
Taking a look at the point standings here, Graham Sanders currently leading the points by 25 or so over John Bedifer. Everett Paddock, David Porcelli, your top four. Chris Preston, over 200 points back in fifth. The one guy that I feel like we have to look at here, though, is this guy, Ed Samborski, making his way around on a qualifying lap. He's one of those guys that you kind of just go, where's he been?
Yeah, Ed's put up some good runs. He just doesn't really have the results to go along with it. So I think we're just kind of waiting for him to be able to catch enough breaks to put a race together and finish where he's been running. Because Lord knows, Edward Samborski is not lacking in the pace department or the iRacing department.
No, he is not. And we'll see him come around to put the first lap of qualifications on the board. See where Ed's going to come across the line. It'll be Everett Paddock heading to the top of the board, 1 minute 14.72 seconds. Graham Sanders up to second quick, only 300ths back at a 1 minute 14.75. Samborski, how about the lap there from Nagisa Yoshikawa? Yeah, Nagisa Yoshikawa at a 1 minute 15.
Did you just say
Nagisa Yoshikawa?
Yoshikawa?
Yes, I did. God dang, I haven't even had a... There is absolutely no alcohol in my system tonight either. The level of exhaustion. How about John Bedifer moving to the top of the board? 1 minute 14.61. By the way, roast me in the comments all you want here. Taking a look here, 90210 checking in. I'm betting on 100% full send heroics into turn one. Yes. Nika Margot, come on, Jason, have more faith. We just did the impossible on Tuesday. That's a great point. After, well, Ed Samborski going top of the board, 1 minute 14.5. He's finishing up his run. See what David Porcelli is going to be able to do down across the line. That TNT race was pretty darn spectacular on Tuesday night. Porcelli up to second quick, 1 minute 14.58. And then we're getting down now at this point to some names that we're not totally familiar with. On the racetrack right now, the 22 of Dustin Pendergast. I believe the first time Dustin's ever run a top split race here in the Indy Pro 2000 Championship. A couple of others we've seen before. Shane Holstein, one of the regulars in the TNT series. He's going to line up 19th on the board at a 1 minute 19.44. Also Jason Paydu in this top split race. But outside of the handful of names that we're kind of expecting to see, we could really have some interesting stuff here at the back of the field.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of some of the usual suspects that we're not. I know Ted's not here because he's at the real-life Long Beach Grand Prix circuit.
Yes, he told us that last week in the post-race that he would not be here, very likely to not be here this week. Let's see. Also seeing Blaine Comet finishing up his qualification laps. Now, this is me. The qualifying run is done. This is now lap number 3 that he's finishing up here. To me, qualifying was always, at least at places like Long Beach, it was just a couple of extra laps to get in on the racetrack.
Yeah, I definitely think that qualifying here is going to matter a lot, though, because it's not going to be easy to pass. You're going to have to you're going to have to be brave. There's not a whole heck of a lot of passing on it. It's easy to pass with these cars. Oh, boy. Yeah. That might not be the first we see of that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's Bruno Lamb going around. And he's going to light him up and then head back into the pit lane. And again, we're now down to about 1 minute left in qualifications. I don't even know that there's time to get an outlap completed before things go, before we hit the end of the session. So looks like the qualifying order is going to be pretty much set here. This is going to be a hell of a run down to turn 1. Samborski and Porcelli on the front row, Betafer and Paddock on row 2, Sanders and Yoshikawa on row 3. Let's go. This one's going to be fun. So just waiting for the last 15 seconds or so to oh, okay. Hold up here, James. Are you able to talk to us here, bud?
I am.
Comment from Grand Prix. Well, I'm assuming Graham Sanders here. Bruno Lamb is 8K on his main account.
Yeesh.
And he could be starting from the back.
Last to first challenge?
All right. Yes, looks like Bruno will be lining up in the 20th position tonight. Hey, I think even Bruno might even be tuned into the broadcast here. That's fantastic. All right, let's get the grid loaded up here, and we'll show you who's going to be starting where for tonight's Indy Pro 2000 Championship Strength of Field race. And let's see what camera we want to use. We can use this one for now. Lining up on the pole for this one will be Ed Samborski, 76 thousandths of a second. Back is David Porcelli. John Betafer and Everett Paddock on row number 2. Row 3, Graham Sanders and Nagisa Yoshikawa. How about it? Little over a tenth separating your top 5 in qualifications. Chris Preston and Russ Addy on row number 4. Row 5 will have Kylo Ciacelli and Mike Holler. John Landon and Jay Grind on row number 6. Row 7 will have James Gunn and Jason Padu. Joe Walker and Michael Rash on row number 8. Row 9, Blaine Cornett and Dustin Pendergast. Shane Holstein, Bruno Lamb on row number 10. Yeah, that's going to be a fun watch. Christopher Chitterling and Luis Alba on row number 11. Larry Ashby and William Parrott will round out the field. Looks like both of those guys are going to start from the pit lane, as will the 20 of Shane Holstein. If you're at the back of the pack, James, not necessarily the worst idea. Try to avoid some of the carnage at the front of the field.
Yeah, just avoid all the carnage. Just putt around, keep the car safe, keep it on the track, and try to pick up whatever you
Very short pace lap. Not a lot of time to get heat in the tires. It's one of the things that always makes turn 1 very interesting. The other part is the fact that you basically can't go too wide through the hairpin here. Field starting to get lined up and in position. And as always, race fans, the start of the Indy Pro 2000 Championship is going to be all yours. Oh, big dive contact! We've got a big wreck in turn 1. Several contenders going to be taken out in this one. Ed Samborski is involved. Everett Paddock is involved. John Betafer is involved. David Porcelli is leading this race. Graham Sanders also involved in that incident.
Wow.
Sanders going to be back to 11th. Ask and ye shall receive. Cue up the replays on this one because, oh, buddy. Ed Samborski.
Watched this. I was watching John. I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't going to end well. This isn't going to end well. Narrator, it did not end well.
Yeah, really. That was a mess. Take a look here from a different angle. Man, just big time contact into turn one. Tough break for Everett Paddock. He had just about gotten past it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So now let's reset the field for you. Making his way around the fountain, now through turn 4, down to the quick right at turn 5, is David Porcelli. He is your race leader. We'll get the ticker up here at the top of the screen as well for you. "90210, not going to say I told you so." Nick Camargo telling us he was wrong. David Porcelli is your race leader. He will be followed by Kylo Ciacelli, up 7 for the color commentator for the TNT shows on Tuesday nights. Nagisa Yoshikawa up 3, and within a couple of car lengths of challenging Kylo. Just back behind in the 4th position is Mike Holler, closely followed by Chris Preston, Russ Addy, John Landon, and Graham Sanders back in the 8th position. Larry Ashby, William Parrott did not turn a lap. Oh, now we've got trouble for possibly Jason Paydu here as well. Got that car looped around, exiting the hairpin, and he'll have to come into the pit lane. Christopher Chitterling also making his way into the pits. Maybe cue the Jaws theme a little here, James. Kylo Ciacelli about a half second faster than David Porcelli that last lap.
Crazy. I feel like most would have expected David to just pull off, but yeah, David's got his teammates running him down.
So let's run you down through the list of cars that are still in the race at this point. David Porcelli, Kylo Ciacelli, Nagisa Yoshikawa, Mike Holler, Chris Preston, the top 5. 6 through 10, Russ Addy, Graham Sanders, John Landon, Jay Grind, and Joe Walker. Bruno Lamb is up 9 to run in the 11th position, but he has had some help on the attrition side of things. Michael Rash up to 12th, Destin Pendergast runs 13th, James Gwynn 14th, and Luis Alba in the 15th position. Christopher Chitterling, Jason Paydu also still on the racetrack right now. Ed Samborski, Blaine Cornett, Shane Holstein, John Bedifer, Everett Paddock, all out of the race.
Wow, that's... Good God, that's a quarter of the field.
Yeah. That's kind of putting it mildly.
This is crazy. I'm just kind of at a loss for words.
Yeah.
And we still have pretty much the entire race left to go.
Yeah, the whole race left to go. Chris Preston setting a new fastest lap of the race last time by at a 1:15.59. So Preston and Mike Holler are gaining a little bit of ground here. Now Graham Sanders goes fastest lap of the race. No surprise there. 1:15.26. There's Preston diving up to the inside of Holler.
Nice move.
Yeah, he'll get the pass there.
Yeah, that's going to be your #1 passing opportunity there.
Oh!
Oh!
But he's in the wall! Chris Preston's in the wall. Another top 5 driver in points. Hard into the concrete barriers. And his race will be over.
Man, that is unfortunate. He would have gained so many points on everyone else.
From the No Surprise department, a guy with an 8,000 I rating setting a new fastest lap at a 1 minute 14.88. Okay. A second faster than the last lap time of race leader David Porcelli. "90210, maybe not making this race and being in Long Beach was the big brain strategy." That is just absolutely insane. Following along now with race leader David Porcelli. Best battle on the racetrack is right behind him. Kylo Ciacelli and Nagisa Yoshikawa fighting for the second position, and quite frankly, not much of a fight. And if you're in either of these guys' shoes, James, is there any incentive to try to go for a win? I mean, you're catching the race leader, so if you get there, you want to try to go for it. But the reality is this is a huge night in terms of points, I rating, the whole bit.
Yeah, it just kind of goes what you value more. If you want points and I rating, then you're good to stay put. But like you're only 1 point, you're only a second and a half out of the lead with the points leader sitting on pit road and like a pretty decent gap back to the only remaining geodesic car. So this is a really good opportunity for a lot of guys that we usually don't see up fighting at the very pointy end of the field. So when you have that opportunity, you have to take it.
Yeah, seeing Everett Paddock getting back out onto the racetrack. Oh, trouble for Mike Holler, maybe. Yeah, he's going to loop it around right at the exit of turn 5. Take a look at the replay here. See what happened to Mike Holler. Graham Sanders tried to chase him down. Tiny bit too much throttle, and around she goes. Ooh, that was close on the re-entry, too.
Oh.
So he goes from Graham Sanders chasing him to Bruno Lamb chasing him. Things are not getting any easier for Mike Holler out here on the racetrack right now. Oh, man, almost lost it again out of the hairpin. Lamb set a new fastest lap last time by to 1 minute 14.85. And this battle is for position. Lamb going to make the dive up to the inside. Oh, and he overcooks it.
Oh, I think he kept it out of the wall, but just barely.
Tried to make the big dive bomb up the inside and just, quite frankly, had no chance of making the corner with how much speed he carried in there. So we'll go back to this battle for second. It's the only fight within seconds of each other at this point. Bruno Lamb now within 3/4 of a second of Jay Grind for the 8th position. Man, I tell you what, James, we talked about it in the pre-race a little bit. This is as much about survival as it is anything else here tonight.
Yeah, this is a 24-lap endurance race, basically. You're racing the track, to hell with the other cars.
It's tough to see here because we see people as having crashed that were just slowing down for the hairpin. This place always gives me fits as a director trying to figure out what replays we need to pull up. Interesting to note who's quicker in what sectors as well. Let's see how the graphics are going to look here for this one, but yeah, there you go. Sector 1, Yoshikawa, a tick faster than Ciacelli. Slower in Sector 2, a little bit slower in Sector 3. That first part of the racetrack is really where Nagisa is able to make up a bunch of time.
Yeah, if he can just get a little better, maybe try to get a little better launch off the hairpin, he might be able to get Kylo.
And race leader David Porcelli just checking out from these guys. The pluses that you're seeing are times in relation to the race leader. So we'll take a look here and show you the sectors in relation just to our second and third place cars. Very good sector 3 there for Nagisa, about a 1.13 seconds faster. That's how you make up a bunch of time, and you can see it there. He's tight out of the hairpin, but man, just such great acceleration for Kylo. Everything Nagisa makes up over the course of the lap, it feels like Kylo is making back up. He's gaining that time just in the hairpin.
Yeah, he launches off the corner really well and seems to gap him a little bit. I kind of wonder if Kylo may be running a little less downforce, which is why we see Yoshikawa close up to him in the first part of the corner, or the first part of the track, where you have the tighter corners, and then Kylo gaps him coming down the straightaway. That's really the only thing I can figure.
After 5 minutes and 22 seconds, John Betafer leaving pit lane. He checked in the comments saying, sorry, guys. I don't know that there's any kind of apology that's needed there. This place is so tight and so tough to pass on. Turn 1 is your best option.
Yep. Turn 1, lap 1, with it being the best place to pass on the track no matter what. Yeah, if it's there, you gotta take it. Fortunately, John just took it a little too fast.
So let's show you, we'll switch the graphics up here and show you the timing tower. Where are your favorite drivers over the lineups here?
I know where my favorite drivers are.
Stuck on pit lane, it sort of sounds like here.
Well, one of them is.
Some drivers several laps in arrears, others only one, but Amsteriga checking in, saying, nice update with the new graphics. Thank you very much. More updates like that are coming. I don't want to spill the beans yet. We'll just show them to you when everything's ready. But This one's going to be fun. And how about it? The 2-car fight's now a 3-car battle because Graham Sanders has caught up to these two. If you're Nagisa, now it's kind of time to get a move on here. Right about at the halfway point, you got to make the move and get around Ciacelli, because if you don't, you're going to have Graham Sanders breathing down your neck.
Yeah, and Yosh and Kylo are teammates, so they're taking it easy around one another. Graham, he's gonna, if he finds an opportunity, he's gonna take it. So
this has the potential to be one of those nights that he looks back on and says this was a championship night, because everybody else, I mean, one of your biggest SOF races of the week, if not the biggest, and all of your contenders are basically now using a drop week.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably the biggest consideration, is you have to make your drop weeks better than everybody else's. For the most part, these guys are going to put together 8 races out of 12 that they're in the top 5, top 10 at worst. You have to maximize the bad weeks, so you're dropping podiums, you're dropping 4th, 5th, 6th place finishes, as opposed to having that pressure of, I've used 3 drop weeks and we're 5 weeks into the season.
Yeah, especially when your biggest competition is already using this as their drop week, sitting in the pits or not even here to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a little bit of it out of the Nürburgring and Road America. There's been some contact. USA International was interesting 1 week ago, but things don't get any easier. Next week, we head off to Zandvoort. Lucas Oil Raceway is the next oval on the race on the calendar. And oh, by the way, then we're going to head to Summit Point, which was a dumpster fire last year. And then we've got the IMS Oval. I'm counting 4 potential drop weeks right there.
Yeah.
Down to 10 to go. Things starting to get spicy here. Ciacelli, Yoshikawa, Sanders, all nose to tail. This is the fight for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. By the way, just a lap or so ago, a couple of laps ago, Bruno Lamb was just about buried in the tires. He's now up to 6th, coming around Russ Addy just a moment ago. Only about 3/4 of a second off of Mike Holler. Problem is, Holler's about 10 seconds behind this battle, so short of some carnage and silliness here, looks like this will be the podium battle. And we've seen plenty of carnage and silliness.
Yeah. Everything's all nice and organized and cordial right now, but you wonder how long that's going to last here. 9 laps to go.
Oh, trouble for Bruno Lamb. Going on board with him here. He's got a spin. Gets the car situated back out of turn number 1. And let's take a look. Let's go on board here with Graham Sanders. Wow, what a pass on Nagisa Yoshikawa. Oh, and Nagisa fights right back.
What a defense.
All right, we'll show you that replay again from the wide view. Sanders with the big dive in, tries to force Yoshikawa out towards the wall. Nagisa nut up, ball out, and hauled the line.
Seriously, the amount of stones you needed to to keep right there. That is one of the tighter parts of the track. Just the slightest little mess up, carrying a little too much speed, and you're in the wall. God, that was an impressive defense.
And it did allow Kylo Ciacelli to open up a gap a little bit here.
A little bit, but I don't know how much longer it's going to last.
Bruno Lamb coming around John Landon back up to the 7th position. Little bit of a defensive line there from Nagisa. That may open the door here for Sanders. It's going to force Graham to run the wide line. Oh, he may have gotten the wall. He did. He did. Graham Sanders into the outside wall. The left rear is shot. You can see it bouncing around. Oh, what a tough break for Nagisa, or for Graham Sanders. But he's going to be out of this race as well. And he's going to come straight into the runoff area.
I am beach. Wow. I don't know what to say, Graham. I have no words for the race we're witnessing right now.
This is very much Summit Point vibes. Take a look. Try to get a real good close-up here of the 10. He may have some damage on the right-hand side of that car. Graham says he never felt it off the wall. That's it. It was close. It was really close.
He just clipped the edge of that big tire barrier with the left rear, and he clipped it in just the way that it snapped the toe link.
Oh, and Mike Holler's having an incident as well. Trouble for Mike Holler. Does turn 7 bite again? Oh, it does. Big hit for Mike Holler.
Oh.
Yeah, he hit it a ton. Oh, and Bruno Lamb involved as well. Big hit for both of those guys.
That's gut wrench for Mike, man.
Not sure. Oh, that's an impressive drive back job by Bruno.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. Now that's where the race comes to an end.
Pre-attenuator party.
Nika Margot, you get a drop week. You get a drop week. You get a drop week. Yeah, that's what this has turned into. And how about David Porcelli entered the night 4th in points, almost 100 back. By the time this thing is over, Porcelli could be in just absolutely fantastic position.
Yeah, because John, Graham, Everett, the points they're getting are not going to be good. I'm wager probably 50s or so, because I know that iRacing is really harsh with the penalties for the lower finishing positions in a race.
And how about this one? Graham Sanders still on pit road. Ed Samborski has actually completed almost 17 laps. Graham Sanders only completed 18. Everett Paddock has completed 15 and change. Chris Preston has completed 14 and change. You could actually see Ed Samborski and Everett Paddock almost benefit from an early incident because they had a ton of time to get the car repaired.
Yeah, I'm curious on how long it's going to take Graham to get that fixed. I know it's usually around a 4-minute repair to fix a broken wheel, but that's usually with it kind of sheared clean off. It was still connected pretty much, so I can't imagine it's going to be a full 4 minutes, but I can't really say for sure.
Oh man,
Careful,
Yoshikawa and Ciacelli battling side by side. They're going to continue it through turn 1. Oh, what a battle!
I'm no longer enjoying watching this.
Team Watson Racing on the rear wing of both of those race cars.
I own all 3 of the top 3 right now, so this is very nervous time for your color commentator for tonight.
Yes, that's right. There are Team Watson logos on the race leader, David Porcelli. We haven't shown the guy in forever, so we'll pull him up on the camera.
Yeah, he's had Paddock just chilling behind him pretty much right as soon as he got back out on the track.
It'll be down to 2 laps to go for race leader David Porcelli. This battle is still pretty good as well, inside of a half second, separating Kylo Ciacelli and Nagisa Yoshikawa. Interesting to watch Nagisa take a little bit straighter line through that section.
Yeah, he gained so much on Kylo through there.
Yeah, gained about 0.3, in fact. Nagisa shows him a little bit in the mirrors.
Whoa, oh, are we going to see him move?
Ciacelli going to block the line off. Nagisa up to the outside.
Oh, he's there, he's there.
Is he going to have to give it up into the hairpin? Oh, big dive deep from Ciacelli. What a drive into the hairpin. Nagisa can have a great run. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Full send, side by side towards turn 1. Yoshikawa blinks first. Oh, a little bit squirrely on exit for Ciacelli. He's wide. Yoshikawa's right back there.
I don't think I've blinked this entire last few laps.
Final shot. This might be it for Nagisa Yoshikawa. If he can't do it here, it's going to be a hard run the rest of the way. Off the final corner, checkered flag will go in the air, this time by David Porcelli. Gets the win at Long Beach. Now it's the drag race for second. Nothing out of the final hairpin under the checkered flag. Kylo Ciacelli comes home second. Nagisa Yoshikawa will finish in third. How about the run here for Rosati? Gaining 4 spots over the course of the race. He comes home with a very nice 4th place finish here this evening. Pick up John Landon. He comes home 5th. Hard charger of the race will be this guy, finishing 1 lap behind your race leaders. Actually, 2 or 3 laps behind your race leaders, but Christopher Chitterling gaining 10 after starting this race in 21st, coming home in the 11th position. Nice run there, Mr. Chitterling. And in your big news for drivers we talked about possibly getting past each other, Ed Samborski able to get past Graham Sanders. Everett Paddock did not by 1 lap. Had he been able to pass David Porcelli there in the final lap, he could have gotten past Graham Sanders for a 13th place finish here this evening. But let's pick up your race winner tonight, Mr. David Porcelli. Absolutely fantastic run there for the number 5. Well-deserved set of burnouts on that one. Take a look at your final race results here. Porcelli, Ciacelli, Yoshikawa make up your podium. Rosati and John Landon complete the top 5. Joe Walker, Jay Grind, James Gunn, Dustin Pendergast, and Jason Paydu back through 10th. Christopher Chitterling, Ed Samborski in 12th. Graham Sanders 13th, Everett Paddock 14th, Mike Holler 15th. 16 through 20 going to be Bruno Lamb, Chris Preston, Mike Rash, John Bedifer, and Shane Holstein. Luis Alba and Blaine Cornett round out the 22 that took the green flag. Larry Ashby and William Parrott both did not start. Oh, buddy. Fantastic race here late in this one, and let's see who we have to talk to. Let's bring our race winner in tonight with a very happy Team Watson Racing boss in the booth. Mr. David Porcelli, congratulations. You qualified on the outside of the front row, so you were right there from the beginning, but talk us through what you saw in the opening laps and then how the race played out from there.
Wow. I did not expect it to go that way. Had a rough jump at the start and saw that John was gonna be able to send it up the inside. And then I came out of turn 1 with only teammates on my relative. So that was a really quick change. And from that point on, it was just a Sunday drive through Long Beach in my PM18.
Yeah, that was the other part of this, was that eventually you ended up with Everett Paddock kind of up close to your rear wing, but Everett's not going to challenge, being down a couple of laps. What was it like working lap traffic and, quite frankly, some of the just flat carnage that you were driving through?
Yeah, so my number 1 priority after getting through that first lap was just bringing it home, and I had a strong feeling that there would be a few things to try and stop me from doing that. So I'm really grateful to the lap drivers who, were nice and respectful. And there was a guy who had spun, but as I was going by him, I'm pretty sure he kept it locked up. So I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, it was just I wish I had more exciting information for you, but this was just after turn 1. Bring the car home and come talk to you guys in the booth and get to hang out.
Yeah, it was almost like a little hot lapping session there. And I'll tell you what, this is got to be pretty darn special, thinking of where you're now going to sit points-wise. everybody
Yeah.
else you're competing against has a drop week, and you have a pretty monster points haul.
Yeah, despite my lack of performances in the first 2 weeks, I did finish in the top six every single race so far. So I've been sort of lurking in the background, and I'm really glad the past 2 weeks have been a bit more exemplary. So I'm just hoping to carry this momentum forward, keep my head down. We got a long season ahead of us, so I'm just gonna try and keep it clean and keep it together.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations once again on a fantastic win here at Long Beach. Pretty dominating performance. Make sure you get all the sponsor plugs and thank yous in before we let you out of here.
Yep, as always, shout out to Racecraft One Indianapolis, and a huge shout out to Team Watson Racing for locking out the podium. So congratulations, guys, that was awesome. Yeah, and shout out to NRN. And I feel really bad for Edward. He has had the fastest car this week. He put it on pole, and it's a shame that his race had to end the way it did. And I was looking forward to a battle with him. So next time, man, I'll see you then.
All right, buddy. David, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and congratulations once again. Let's bring in our runner-up finisher here tonight for a little bit of a chat. Kylo, I'm used to talking to you on Thursday nights. It's fantastic, or on Tuesday nights, I should say. Fantastic to get to talk to you here on a Thursday, but this was not easy by any stretch. You and Nagisa were absolutely tooth and nail most of this race.
Man, if you had told me 2 days ago that I'd be getting a podium finish at Long Beach, I would have called you a liar and then slapped myself up from that dream. What a race. Shout out to Nagisa. That was awesome battling with him there. Really, the whole race, he was right on me, and I had to really nail the exits down the straightaways just to keep him away enough. He had a lot more downforce, I think, in the middle sector, and he was catching me back up, so I knew where I had to be good, and I managed to do it.
What's that like when you're working team setups? Obviously, you, Nagisa, David, you guys might be sharing a little bit of information, but you're going to dial in your own sets. How do you make that call of, I want more downforce? I mean, I would think Long Beach, you want every bit of downforce you can possibly get.
I used Nagisa and David's set this week. I started with Nagisa's, and then I moved to David's, and I kind of fiddled with something, and then I didn't like it, so I went back to somebody's set. I don't even remember which one I picked at the start of the race, to be honest with you. They were both excellent. Shout out to Team Watson Racing and the guys that work on the setups there for the PM18s. It's great stuff, and we're competitive every week, really. Last week I was P3 before I was wrecked out, and could have had a result there. And Chris had a great result at Road America. We've really been stepping up our game this year, so it's just been great all around.
Well, just watching the final dive bomb into the hairpin here on the white flag lap, that was just an absolutely incredible drive for both you and Nagisa. It was a ton of fun to watch, so thank you very much for putting on a show for us. And before we let you go, make sure you get all those sponsor plugs and thank yous in.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, guys, again for the broadcast. You guys do a super job. I'll see you on Tuesday again, Chris, and we'll talk more for Shock Series. Shout out to Limo Boys Racing, obviously. Chris really saved my bacon on the first lap there. We made some communication. We didn't crash into each other at the start there. That set up the whole race. Shout out to Limo Boys and Chris. Team Watson Racing, of course. James in the chat here with me, Nagisa, David, all the guys. Super fun team. Love being a part of that community. And the guys that don't know, I put their sponsors on my cars: Thrustmaster, Fantech, Logitech, Pit Viper, Petro Canada, DeChaco Farms, and Sunny Fruits and Vegetables. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much, Kylo. Looking forward to talking to you again on Tuesday. And let's bring in the other guy who was, well, quite frankly, all over the podium battle here tonight. Nagisa Yoshikawa, talk us through that fight with Kylo. You guys were not cutting each other much slack here.
No, it was tricky because, like, it was such a good battle, but there's a lot of me that just wanted to, bring the finishes home for us. So I did what I could, but I wasn't gonna try anything. If it had been someone else, maybe on the last lap or whatever, I might have been a little more aggressive. But there was still part of me who was like, I'm just gonna try and bring the cars home. But no, it was really, really good battle. I thought I had him when I got on the outside of the through the final section, but he managed to hold it. So, but yeah, it was really fun. He didn't really do anything that I was unhappy with. So yeah, it was really good battle.
I'm watching the almost pinch off right at the start finish line of the white flag lap. Was that at what point in that run down towards turn one did your brain go, back out of it? Because I mean, you guys were drag racing the entire way into that corner.
Really didn't want to be on the outside because it's pretty dangerous. Like we saw what happened to Graham. He nicked the wheel on the tire wall just trying to go around the outside. So I kind of didn't want to be there, so I was always going to do the undercut, but I thought he was in the wall because he braked pretty late. But no, in the end, it was really good racing, and I'm glad we brought the cars home. But yeah, just crazy race overall.
Man, it was fun for us to watch, that's for sure. And Nagisa, before we let you out of here, make sure you get all those sponsor plugs and thank yous in.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Team Watson Racing. Been really fast all week. One of my favorite tracks. So, and the top 3 for us. So that's great. James, I bet you're happy. All the other drivers, like Kylo, kept it really clean the whole race, and yeah. I don't know. David was saying his basement's flooding, so I don't know if you got his interview already, but I should probably tell you that. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, we talked to him a minute ago here, and so yeah.
To run, so.
Yes.
All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, Nagisa. And well, now, Mr. Watson, congratulations, buddy.
God, man, this is absolutely incredible. I am just at a loss for words. This is you can't draw it up better than that as team boss. This is the stuff you dream about, you dream for. Oh, that was so stressful to watch, though.
Yeah, you guys, Team Watson Racing as a whole has had a very, I'll say, long couple of weeks here. Vindication, every bit of it, I would imagine, tonight.
I'm sorry, what was that? I just kind of...
I was going to say, every bit of vindication and all the, well, quite frankly, just crap that has gone on with some of the folks that were formerly associated with Team Watson Racing. That the stress of the last couple of weeks, you kind of let it all out tonight.
Yeah, this was... Everyone's been stressed out and on edge, going through a big transition period with the team and preparing for our next chapter. So to bring home a result like this for the team, this is a thing of beauty. How can you not be romantic about motor racing?
Yeah, you could say that, and we are looking forward to a lot more of it coming up this weekend. Sunday, it will be the Pizza at the Pagoda watch party for the Long Beach Grand Prix for the NTT IndyCar Series. I can't wait for that one. The preview episode for the Long Beach Grand Prix will drop tomorrow on your favorite podcasting platforms. Then we come back on Monday with the Fuel Premier Series at 8:35 in the East. Tuesday night, the TNT Series is back at 8:55, and then we're back here on Thursday with our normal triple header. And man, this is going to be a wild season. I am very, very much looking forward to it. Great show for the High Side Hustle tonight, by the way. If you did not catch that one, check it out on the replay over on the NRN YouTube channel. But with that, it's time for us to get the heck on out of here. This has been a lot of fun tonight, and quite frankly, I am exhausted. For James Watson and everybody else here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. It's been a pleasure having you hanging out with us tonight. We will talk to you all soon. Have a good night, everybody.